The U.S.'s top diplomat, Antony Blinken, touched down Wednesday in the Middle East to bolster efforts for a truce in the war in Gaza, as Israeli forces pushed on with a raid on the territory's largest hospital. Global concern has mounted over the military conflict, now in its sixth month, in which Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to destroy U.S.-designated terrorist group Hamas in response to a deadly attack by its fighters on October 7th. Palestinians mourn 28 killed in Israeli airstrikes on urban refugee camps in Gaza, AP correspondent Charles de Ledesma reports.
Associated Press footage shows the mourners praying over the bodies, which were wrapped in funeral shrouds before being taken away for burial. As fighting rages on in Gaza, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's determined to carry out a Rafah ground offensive, despite President Joe Biden's misgivings. Earlier, Qatari officials said that they were cautiously optimistic after talks with Israel's intelligence chief in Doha, aimed at trying to reach a ceasefire. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The Israeli army released video on Wednesday saying it found Hamas operatives' money and weapons in Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza.
We call Hamas terrorists to surrender.
IDF spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari says soldiers found and fought Hamas terrorist operatives and Islamic Jihad groups in the compound. Army video also showed various weapons allegedly found in Al-Shifa. Recent days have seen intensification of fighting in northern parts of Gaza captured by Israeli forces early in the war. This is VOA News. A top U.S. official said Wednesday Washington could not predict when a vital $60 billion military aid package for Ukraine would be passed in Congress, as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for Western air defenses after a Russian missile attack killed at least 5. A fresh round of aerial bombardments by both sides left civilians dead on Wednesday as strikes escalate in the third year of the war. Kyiv's army is facing manpower and ammunition shortages amid political wrangling in the U.S. Congress that has raised uncertainty over the future of Western support. Leo Varadkar said on Wednesday he would step down as Ireland's prime minister and the leader of the governing party, Reuters correspondent Olivia Chan reports.
In a hastily arranged news conference outside government buildings in Dublin, he said there is no real reason behind his surprise departure.
I have nothing else lined up. I have nothing in mind. I have no definite personal or political plans.
Varadkar became the first gay prime minister of the once staunchly Catholic country in 2017. He is also the youngest person to hold the office. Varadkar's government has overseen a sharp economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, but has struggled to tackle a decade-long housing crisis.
Reuters correspondent Olivia Chan. The Cameroon government has threatened to arrest opposition parties for seeking to create coalitions and alliances for a transition who has been in power for more than 4 decades. Moki Edwin Kandiska reports from Yaoundé, Cameroon.
Territorial Administration Minister Paul Atanganji last week ordered an end to activities of the Political Alliance for Change and the Alliance for Political Transition in Cameroon. Nji said only legally recognized political parties have the right to exercise political activities in Cameroon, and leaders and civilians who join the 2 illegal alliances would be arrested. Cameroon opposition and civil society groups say the recent ban on activities of the 2 alliances is another indication that Cameroon disrespects democracy and fundamental rights to freedoms. Moki Edwin Kinzeka, VOA News, Yaoundé, Cameroon.
The United States said Wednesday relations with Pakistan will suffer if it does not probe abnormalities in last month's election and rerun votes if needed. Donald Liu, the top U.S. diplomat for South Asia, told lawmakers the United States had serious concerns about the conduct of the February 8th election and ongoing disruptions of media and social media, including a prolonged shutdown of X, formerly known as Twitter.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.